Hi, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to school today on Tuesday morning. I wanted to go over your list of assignments and to-dos today. So I'll start with the religion specialist class, the one we're in. You need to finish up your Holy Saturday Easter notes that were given as an assignment yesterday. Today they need to be done, the end of today. You have PE activities due. You have a music assignment due, and you also have a science lab assignment due. That's your egg drop challenge. At 1:30, Mrs. Lang is going to be Zooming with you. The link is going to be in the stream below. Or above, actually, because it came through yesterday, so it's already in there. At 1:30, Mrs. Lang would like to meet with you about your egg drop challenge and talk to you a little bit about your results and what the next step for that assignment will be. In math, you have a decimals test today. Well, most of you have a decimals test today. Look at your assignment, look at whatever decimals tests that you've been given. So before we left school and came and started this digital learning, we did a pre-test for all the decimals concepts, the 3 different strands that have to do with decimals. So it was changing fractions to decimals and writing fractions and decimals as decimals and decimals as fractions, adding fractions in tenths and hundredths, and making equivalent fractions in tenths and hundredths. Okay, so that's like saying that 3/10 is the same as 30 hundredths. And then the third concept was comparing fractions, saying which one is bigger or smaller, or if they're equal, and ordering them from the biggest to the smallest or the smallest to the biggest. I've only given you the test that you did not get hundreds on. So any of those pre-tests that you took, that you were there to take, that you did not get 100 on, you've been assigned to do today. Okay, so some of you have 3, that's 30 questions, right? Each test that we do is 10 questions long. So some of you have 3 of those to do, some of you have 2, and some of you have 1, and some of you have none. Okay, so look in your math class to know what you're required to do today. PYP, in your PYP class, you should have gotten done with your graphic organizer yesterday. You got your 3 paragraphs lined out. If you did not do that already, you need to get that done. That's due. Okay, that's past due. I gave you an extra full day to get it done. But everyone is going to also take one of those notes, one of the graphic organizer things that you wrote out, and you're going to make that into a paragraph. You're going to write and work on 1 paragraph today. So I would like everyone to get 1 rough draft paragraph finished today. Okay, so that's your assignment in PYP. If you need any help with that, Mrs. Bergwell will be on 2 Zoom meetings today, 9:30 and again at 2. We'll be happy to help you with that. I jumped into a Zoom meeting with her yesterday at 2 o'clock just to see if more people needed help. Then I was going to start my own meeting to pull some people over to me. But there was only 1 person in that meeting, and it was great to see Nico, but he didn't have a lot of questions or need a lot of help with his writing, so he was good to go. So if you do need help with that, you need to go to one of those meetings so that we can help you. Okay, be more than happy to help you with that. But 1 body paragraph is your job today. In reading, writing, and grammar, so I have a couple of groups that I'm meeting with for guided reading today. The Freedom Train group, I'm meeting at 10:30, and the Bridge to Terabithia group, I'm meeting at 12:30. So make sure that you have your reading assignment complete. And if there was anything that you needed to turn in, I can't remember if there was, but look and see if there was, and make sure that you get that submitted to me before that meeting time. Other than that, anyone who has a guided reading assignment, the other 2 guided reading groups, make sure you're caught up, because I'm meeting with you tomorrow, Wednesday. There's a hyperbole activity that you'll be doing on Class Kick today in the reading grammar class. So I gave you a little instructional video about how to use Class Kick and how to manipulate things and where to find the text boxes and the pens and the erasers and all the different things that you can do on Class Kick. Today there's an activity that you're required to do on there. The link for that is below the activity, and it's just, you go through the slides and you watch a video and you do some writing about what hyperbole is. So when you do that assignment, you're going to learn what a hyperbole is if you don't know already. You also have a spelling city activity with the spelling words that I gave you yesterday. So yesterday I gave you a list of geometry vocabulary words that we're going to have a test on Thursday. I gave that you're using those same words, and today you need to log on to Spelling City and do 2 of the activities that I've assigned to you. Any 2 that you choose. They all have to do with the meaning of those words, so that you practice and learn the meaning of those words, because that's what you're going to be tested on Thursday in Vocabulary City, Spelling City, whatever you want to call it. And I think that's it. If I didn't mention it when I was talking about religion, that Holy Saturday Easter notes are really important for you to finish up, and any of the other notes in that packet that you didn't finish up, you need to finish up, because on Thursday we have a test. You can use the notes that you've been writing to help you to answer the questions on the test, okay? So it's kind of like an open note test is what they might call it in high school or college. So you can refer to those notes to help you know the answers. But it's really important that you have them filled in, because you won't have the answers in front of you unless you have them done, and that you have had Mrs. Bergwell or I look at what you've done. You've submitted them to us so that we can help you if there were any errors there, anything you got wrong, so that you know what the right answer is, and then you can do better on the test because you have the right answer written on your paper. Okay, and I think that's it. So hopefully I will see a bunch of you today on Zoom meetings or in a guided reading group, and message me as always, or Mrs. Bergwald, just on the Google Classroom. Either one of us will get it. Whoever gets there first takes care of it. And we'll be happy to help you with anything that you need help with. All right, have a great day of digital learning.